You know what's crazy? Most people aren't broke because they don't make enough money. They're broke because of 7 invisible habits that are quietly draining their bank account every single day. And here's the thing. You probably don't even realize you're doing them. I'm going to walk you through the 7 money habits that are keeping you poor, and more importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to break them. Because once you fix these, everything changes. Let's get into it. Habit 1. Lifestyle inflation. The problem? Here's how this plays out. You get a raise at work. Maybe you're making an extra $500 a month now. And what do most people do? They immediately upgrade their lifestyle. New car lease, nicer apartment, more expensive dinners out. You're making more money, but somehow you still feel broke at the end of every month. That's lifestyle inflation, and it's the #1 reason people stay stuck financially, no matter how much they earn. I've seen people go from making $40,000 to $100,000 and still live paycheck to paycheck. It's not about how much you make. It's about the gap between what you make and what you spend. How to break it? Here's the fix. Every time you get a raise or a bonus, immediately redirect at least 50% of it toward your savings or investments before you even see it. Set up automatic transfers. The day your paycheck hits, that extra money goes straight into a high-yield savings account or your investment portfolio. You can't spend what you don't see. And here's the beautiful part. You can still enjoy your raise with the other 50%. But you're also building wealth at the same time, instead of trading one financial struggle for another. Habit 2. Emotional spending. The problem? Bad day at work? Buy something? Feeling stressed? Online shopping? Bored on a Sunday afternoon? Let's scroll through Amazon. Emotional spending is when you use shopping as therapy, and it's absolutely destroying your finances. You're not buying things because you need them. You're buying them because you're trying to fill an emotional void. And the worst part? That dopamine hit lasts about 5 minutes, and then you're left with a lighter bank account and the same problems you started with. How to break it? First, you need to recognize your triggers. Keep a spending journal for 2 weeks. Every time you buy something non-essential, write down what you were feeling right before you made the purchase. You'll start to see patterns. Maybe you shop when you're anxious. Maybe it's when you're comparing yourself to others on social media. Once you know your triggers, create a replacement habit. When you feel that urge to spend, do something else instead. Go for a walk. Call a friend. Work out. Journal. Anything that addresses the actual emotion instead of masking it with a purchase. And here's a game changer. Implement the 48-hour rule. If you want to buy something over $50, you have to wait 48 hours. 9 times out of 10, you'll realize you don't actually want it. Habit 3. Ignoring small expenses. The problem? It's just $5 for coffee. It's only $12 for lunch. This subscription is just $10 a month. We ignore small expenses because individually, they don't seem like a big deal. But here's the math that'll wake you up. $5 coffee every workday, $1,300 a year. $12 lunch every workday, $3,420 a year. 3 streaming services at $15 each, $540 a year. That's almost $5,000 a year disappearing on things you barely think about. And that's just 3 examples. How to break it? Do a financial audit right now. Pull up your bank statements from the last 3 months and highlight every recurring charge and every small daily expense. Cancel subscriptions you're not actively using. Be ruthless. If you haven't used it in the last month, it's gone. For daily expenses like coffee and lunch, try the 50% rule. Cut your frequency in half. Coffee every other day instead of every day. Bring lunch from home 3 days a week instead of buying out every day. You don't have to eliminate everything. Just becoming conscious of these expenses and reducing them by half can put thousands back in your pocket every year. Habit 4. Buying on credit what you can't afford in cash. The problem? If you can't afford to buy it twice, you can't afford to buy it once. Let me say that again. Credit cards aren't the problem. The problem is using credit to buy things you couldn't afford with cash. That $1,000 TV becomes $1,400 when you're paying 20% interest over 2 years. And it's not just about the interest. It's about the mentality. When you rely on credit for purchases you can't afford, you're borrowing from your future self. You're making your life harder down the road for temporary satisfaction today. How to break it? Here's the new rule. If you're going to use a credit card, you need to have the cash sitting in your checking account to pay it off immediately. Use credit cards for the rewards and the convenience, but only if you can pay the full balance every single month. No exceptions. If you're already in credit card debt, stop using them entirely until you're out. Switch to a debit card or cash. Use the debt avalanche method. pay minimums on everything except the card with the highest interest rate, and attack that one with everything you've got. And start building an emergency fund so you're not forced to use credit when unexpected expenses pop up. Habit 5. Not paying yourself first. The problem. Here's how most people handle money. Get paid, pay bills, buy groceries, spend on whatever, and then if there's anything left at the end of the month, maybe they save it. Spoiler alert, there's never anything left. This is backwards. When you save last, saving becomes optional. And when it's optional, it doesn't happen. How to break it? Flip the script. Pay yourself first. The moment your paycheck hits your account, automatically move money into savings and investments before you do anything else. Treat your savings like your most important bill. Start with at least 20% of your income if you can. If that feels impossible right now, start with 10%. If that's too much, start with 5%. The amount matters less than the habit. Set up automatic transfers so you don't have to think about it. On payday, the money moves automatically. What's left over is what you have to spend. This one shift changes everything because you're building wealth on autopilot. You're not relying on willpower or discipline at the end of the month. You're making it automatic and inevitable. Habit 6. Not investing for the future. The problem. Saving money is important, but it's not enough. If your money is just sitting in a regular savings account, earning 0.01% interest, inflation is eating away at it every single year. A lot of people are scared of investing because they think it's complicated, risky, or only for rich people, so they keep everything in cash and wonder why they're not getting ahead. Meanwhile, inflation is running at 3 to 4% a year, which means your money is literally losing value just sitting there. How to break it? You don't need to be a stock market expert to start investing. You just need to start. If your employer offers a 401k with a match, contribute at least enough to get the full match. That's literally free money. Open a Roth IRA and set up automatic monthly contributions. Invest in low-cost index funds. They're diversified, simple, and historically they've returned about 10% annually over the long term. The key is time in the market, not timing the market. Start small if you need to, but start now. Even $100 a month invested consistently will grow into serious wealth over decades thanks to compound interest. Compound interest is the closest thing to magic in personal finance, but it only works if you start. Habit 7. Surrounding yourself with the wrong people. The problem. Show me your 5 closest friends, and I'll show you your financial future. If everyone around you is broke and making poor financial decisions, you're going to normalize those behaviors. When everyone's going out to expensive dinners, buying things they can't afford, and living paycheck to paycheck, it becomes your normal. You can't break free from broke if you're constantly surrounded by people who glorify being broke. How to break it? This doesn't mean you need to abandon your friends, but you do need to be intentional about who influences you. Start consuming content from people who are where you want to be financially. Read books on personal finance, listen to podcasts, follow people on social media who share smart money advice. And if your current friend group pressures you to spend money you don't have, learn to say no without apologizing. I'm saving for my future is a complete sentence. Find at least one person in your life who's good with money and makes smart financial decisions. Have conversations with them, learn from them, let their habits influence you. Your environment shapes your behavior more than almost anything else. If you change your environment, you change your results. So there you have it. 7 money habits that are keeping you poor. 1. Lifestyle inflation. 2. Emotional spending. 3. Ignoring small expenses. 4. Buying on credit what you can't afford in cash. 5. Not paying yourself first. 6. Not investing for the future. 7. Surrounding yourself with the wrong people. Here's the truth. Breaking these habits isn't going to happen overnight. You're not going to watch this video and magically fix everything by tomorrow. But if you pick just one habit from this list and commit to changing it over the next 30 days, you'll see progress. And that progress builds momentum. Small changes compound just like money does. Fix one habit, then another, then another. 6 months from now, you'll be in a completely different financial position. You've got this. Now go take action. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building wealth and improving your life. Drop a comment and let me know which habit you're going to tackle first. I'll see you in the next one.